This video is going to be about highway number 1 on the Baja Peninsula, Mexico, otherwise known as the Transpeninsular Highway. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my opinion about driving this highway for the first time in a car, and I'll let you know what I think about doing it in an RV and possibly a motorcycle. Anyhow, let's get into this video.
This big.
Well, here's the morning start for day 2, and here's the highway. No, it's not the highway. It's getting out of the hotel, and we're getting back to Highway 1.
It's only 3 kilometers.
Okay, day 2 starts out in Camalú, and we made our way to El Rosario, which is about 100 kilometers away. Gas and diesel's not a problem. You'll find stations everywhere.
If you want a rest stop, the best idea is for like a PMEX station or an OXXO. They're all over.
Now, this stretch road is only 2-lane, and it is busy and slower, but that's going to change. Now, in El Rosario, you're going to want to get gas there because the next gas station is 367 kilometers away.
Oh, wait, Craig. There was one place to get gas. Here's what it looks like.
So we've been driving for about 140 kilometers since El Rosario. There's the gas station. Now the scenery on this stretch road, all the way from El Rosario up until the Highway 5 interchange is
wonderful.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And the scenery changes quicker than you think. On this stretch though, the cell service is very spotty. And the cell service has been great all the way along, but once you get into the mountain passes there, it'll drop off. So on day 1, one of the first things we did is we got a Mexican SIM card because our Canadian cell plans don't give us a very good deal down here. So we ended up stopping at Playa Rosarito. Right beside Walmart, there's a Telcel place there. We got a Mexican SIM card for 1 month, plus 4 gigs data for about 300 pesos.
Which is...
I'll figure that out and write it on the screen. Now this stretch road, there's not very many people on this stretch road, but there is places to pull over. The thing you need to be conscious about though, all these pullovers that they have, they're not rest stops. There's no facilities, there's nothing around.
There's not even garbage cans, and you're gonna see a little bit of that, a lot of that around.
But you keep your eye on the scenery because it's amazing. For kilometers now, it's been clear like this, and all of a sudden we run into a pile of rubble.
So some of the scenery that you're going to see on this stretch is these giant boulders piled. It looks like giants' children have piled up these boulders and then just left them sit there. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it anywhere. It was cool.
So this is the junction here where Highway 5 connects to Highway 1. So Highway 5 is another border crossing from the north to come south, and it goes through San Felipe. So once you get past Highway 5, it gets flat and straight. And the roads get very narrow. They're about the width of an RV, and if a truck's coming the other way, it's really narrow. And it's basically that way all the way to Guerrero Negro. And that's where you're gonna get your first gas stop since the last one. That's where we took our hotel. So let's take a look at the hotel we had that night. We just checked in, so let's go check out our room here at the Halfway Inn. This one's about $90 Canadian. So let's see what it's like. There's our view. There is an ocean out there, but you can't see it from here. We elected to do this trip in 4 days. And the first leg of the trip
Was Tijauana to Camalú. That was 261 kilometers.
the next one was Camalú to Guerrero Negro, which was about 460 kilometers.
Guerrero Negro to Loreto was 420 kilometers.
And then the last leg to get to La Paz was about 350 kilometers. And the reason why we did it in 4 days, because they don't recommend that you drive at night. And it's not because of the safety, it's because of this. I guess that's why you don't drive on these roads at night. Day 3 on Highway 1 through the Baja California. We just left Guerrero Negro this morning, and right behind me there, that's the state border crossing between Baja California and Baja California Sur. Okay, let's hit the road. Day 3.
Day 3, we left Guerrero Negro and we were on long, straight, flat roads.
Narrow roads
For
the first couple of hours.
Yep.
So this is another one of those military check stops. I think this is number 4 on this trip. Then you get back into these mountain passes and the roads are awesome to drive on. And all of a sudden you come over this one hill and there it is, the Sea of Cortez.
It's beautiful.
That stretch all the way down to Loreto, there's so many places to pull over for RVs where you camp right on the beach.
All these little coves with their own beaches and RVs out there just boondocking.
And it's like that all the way to Loreto. Well, we're just coming into the town of Loreto. Loreto. And then that's where we stayed for day number 3. We'll show you the hotel for that
It
one.
was beautiful.
That was our most expensive hotel on the trip.
But damn it, we deserved it.
So here's our hotel in Loreto. So we started off this trip down the Baja with a low budget hotel, a medium one last night, and here's the most expensive one we've had on this trip so far. So let's go take a look. Here we go. There's our room for the evening.
Nice.
And there's our room with a view. Now let's go check out the town.
Yep.
We're here in Loreto, California, in Baja California Sur. Now right behind me is the first mission that was opened up in the Californias, and this was back in 1697. Now at that time, the Californias were all known as the Baja Peninsula, California in the US, and Arizona and Utah. This was the first colonization by Spain, the attempted colonization, and this was the first mission that was built. After that point, there was many other missions built. And it stayed that way all the way up until the 1800s, and that's when the Spanish-American War happened, 1846, 1848. And at that time, the Americas took over what was known as Alta California at the time, which is now California, USA. Now the Southern Californians, it stayed as one, and they never got statehood through Mexico up until 1952, and in 1974 is actually when Baja California Sur got statehood. Anyhow, that's what I know about this area. I'm learning as I go. Day number 4, we left Loreto. Today we're heading out of Loreto and we're going to make our final stop in La Paz today. So the 4th leg of our 4-day trip to get down here. Anyhow, this is one of the nicest highways we've had yet. It's actually 4-lane. Now the first hour or so was gorgeous. It was right through those mountains again with all the twisties, and then all of a sudden it got flat.
Hasta luego. See you later. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Now, you may also want to say to someone that you'll see them soon.
That's right. And it was not desert this time, it was farmland. It was so cool to see all the wide, flat pastures.
But it was pretty straight for the rest of the trip, all the way until you get to La Paz. Right before La Paz, there's another little mountain pass, and you come around the corner, and there it is. La Paz is right in front of you. So we're about 30 kilometers away, and it's time to find the place we're gonna stay at. So here's the place we rented for the next 5 weeks, so let's go take a look inside. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh, hi, come on in. It's our little casita.
So this is a pretty nice place Lucinda found on Airbnb.
Yep.
So this will be home for the next little while.
It's cheaper than living in White Rock for a month.
We're here on the Malecon in La Paz on another gorgeous day. So what was our opinion of the Transpeninsular Highway?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was an awesome road. So we elected to take our car, and it was a great trip in the car. Would we do it again?
Yep.
For sure. There's no problem. Now, would we do that highway in an RV, and what type? Actually, we could do that highway in any type of RV, whether it's a motorhome, fifth wheel. It's narrow, and if you're not confident with driving with your width of your RV with a truck coming the other way,
And no shoulder.
and no shoulder, you might want to think about it. But yeah, we would do it.
Yep.
Now, would we ride it on a motorcycle?
Would you ride it on a motorcycle, Craig? And what type of motorcycle, Craig?
I would for sure. Now, it would be fun to do it with an adventure bike because there's so many areas you can go off-road. Would I do it on the road glide, my bagger? For sure. The road quality was excellent, and I would not hesitate to bring the big bike down here. Okay, watch for our next video because we're going to cover what's the costs of some of the things down here. If you're coming down to live, like groceries and gas and all that, we're going to review what it costs to live in La Paz. See you on the next video.
Adios.
Amigos.
Amigos.
There,
Adios,
I'm learning.
amigos.
Is it on? Yeah. We ended up stopping at,
Telcel.
no.
Tijauana.
So we ended up stopping at Playa Rosarito.
You just recorded on here yourself.
No, that's fine. And you will see, oh,
That's the biggest bee I've ever seen. It was like this big. That bee was like this. It was this big. What were we saying, Craig?
Well, we're just coming into the town of Loreto. Loreto. So, and the rest of the stretch from that area all the way down to Loreto. And that stretch all the way down.
Where was it to?